Hey everybody, we are back with another punk perspective. Got my buddy Mike here. Um,
So
Again, we're going through Punk-O-Rama Volume 3. We're trying to finish it up to the tracks that like really took us on this it was his first Punk-O-Rama he listened to. And we debated about even talking about this one because I think it's Bad Religion U. So we are going to talk about it. But yeah, this one almost wasn't going to talk about because we kind of were debating on because like I remember like when I first would listen to it as a kid, I guess it kind of reminded me of just like it just seemed like it was a good song. A Bad Religion song was fun, but it didn't really hit me that much when I was younger. It was kind of just seemed like this like kind of like I thought it was like an escape song, like he was like talking about going to like a dreamland or whatever. And I'll read the lyrics here, but as I've gotten older and older, it means more and more. And now plus since it was on those volume, Punk-O-Rama's, it tends to have like a special place in my heart. Open it. When you heard this song? Like, do you remember hearing it? And I guess what was your how did
well, I'm a big Bad Religion fan, so I liked it a lot. I love fucking Bad Religion. And obviously I have some Bad Religion tattoos, and that's how much I like Bad Religion. But yeah, it's to me almost as like I thought of a fairy tale,
yeah.
everyone would be happy. It's the most perfect place in the whole fucking world, and everything that you would read in like a story, and that was the same thing I felt about it. But now I feel a lot differently about it. I know you is it's meaning all of us. And with that, I think let me look. I want to just kind of like
You want me to read the lyrics?
I was gonna get to the lyrics. Let me get to the
Yeah.
lyrics. So there's some things that I just wanted to when he says there's a place where everything well no, wait, let me see. Okay, yeah, that's right. When there's a place where everyone can be right, even though we may determine to be opposed. So I think in the lines like I don't know if it's black and white. I just think of political parties. And I think of us in general as a species. And I think of us like going on one, you have the Republican Party, you have the Democratic Party, and we're always opposed. We're always fighting against one another when there should be more of a broader call for unity. Um, that's what I think he means, like I'm thinking of political lines and, you know, parties of America. And then also too, as he says, as there's no time for fussing or fighting, my friends, but baby, I'm amazed the hate that you can send. But then I want to agree with him there too, because I think again, it's just another call for me to say we need to unite. We have one common enemy. We're all in this together, and we should unite against that common enemy. But that's really all I wanted to say about it for right now.
Yeah, I mean that line too, like that's what I guess what come to mind where because that's one that always kind of stuck out at me too. Where is it here with the uh baby I'm amazed at the hate you can send. Yeah, because there's no more time for fussing and fighting, my friend, but I'm amazed at the hate you can send. um Kind of when you look at it that with Spear too, man, like even when it's like in their own parties and stuff, like they the amount of hate that sometimes people will just push out there and then like as like a society we're just kind of like learning to just like we wipe out like I don't know like I mean now again I don't want to get too political and stuff, but do you remember like when I think it was like 2016 or whatever when Trump was running and all the horrible stuff he talked about Ted Cruz and his wife, and then it was just like, oh, it was politics. We wiped that off, shake hands. Where it was just and I guess to go in other aspects too, which maybe it's a difference sometimes with like East versus West. Like comes to mind is like in the UFC there was that Khabib and McGregor fight, and McGregor, good fighter, he's Irish, is cool, but crazy shit talker, and all he's sending all this hate to where it was a crazy moment to where after that fight was done, they're like job ended. Fucking Khabib and his posse still went after it. It's like there's just some things like it's amazing the amount of hatred that people can spit out there, and then they act a bit of aloof or something like when this, that you don't just wipe it off and stuff. And he says that too, like we'll never forget it. So let me read the lyrics too. There's a place where everyone can be happy. It's the most beautiful place in the whole fucking world. It's made of candy canes and planes and bright red choo-choo trains and the meanest little boys and most innocent little girls. And I wish I could go there. It's a road that I have not found. And I wish you the best of luck, dear. You just drop me a card or letter on my side of town. Because there's no more time for fussing and fighting, my friend. But baby, I'm amazed at all the hate you can send. And you painted my entire world, but I don't have the turpentine to clean what you have soiled, and I won't forget it. There's a place where everyone can be right, even though you remain determined to be opposed. Admittance requires no qualifications. It's where everyone has been and where everybody goes. Um, so please try not to be impatient, for we all hate standing in line. And when the farm is good and bought, you'll be there without a thought. An eternity, my friend, is a long fucking time. And there's no time for fussing and fighting, my friend. But baby, I'm amazed by the hate you can send. And you painted my entire world, but I don't have the turpentine to clean what you have soiled, and I won't forget it. And then that's how the song ends. And kind of hear that too. And I guess like the older I get, the more clever this song seems. Like again, like the song's called You. So it's like it's everyone, it's all of us, man. It's you.
Yeah.
And buying the farm, like, isn't that a like old school saying for dying? And then he talks about eternity's the whole fucking time. Like we're all going to the same place, right? I mean, I don't know. It
Seems, yeah, okay.
kind of seems on par for that, right? And yeah, we're fucking like you said, we gotta get into like our own fucking worlds, and we don't even like we gotta come to unity. We gotta fucking get there. And if we want to get to that freaking um, fairy tale, we can. But there's a lot of shit we gotta fucking, fix up and work out first, man. And I guess kind of when I hear it now too, like it reminds me to like we gotta be optimistic. You gotta, try and you can't let yourself just get defeated, because it's kind of what it says. There's like, because you know what, at the end we're gonna get defeated anyways, right? We're all gonna fucking, you know, we're gonna get to the we're gonna buy the farm at the fucking end. If that's what it's called, bought the farm, I forget that saying. It's something like that, I'm pretty sure. But it's like we're gonna fucking die. And while we're here, maybe we can like let up on the hate a little bit, just a little bit, and try to come to come to
Well,
some
we
unity.
have to overlook a lot of things to come to a common goal, because right now it seems like the time we're living in is getting darker and darker and darker.
Mm-hmm.
And if we just sit and do nothing about it, it's just gonna all fall to hell. So it would be better to overlook some differences just to come together for the common good of things. Like, and I know, trying not to get into politics, but I know Trump, I don't know, he was trying to impose an embargo, or not, I'm sorry, a tariff against Canada and Mexico. And I don't think those things have gone through yet, but all of Canada came together, and you had the same people that we have here. You had people that hated Justin Trudeau, that these big flags that say fuck Justin Trudeau. And it was the same thing. I'm trying not to get political, we all know what side they're on. Like you had these people with fuck Biden signs, right? So it was the same thing in Canada, but they knew when to come together as a country, because whether you want to agree with it or not, he was trying to fuck Canada over, and they all came together. So I think we should all come together as a country.
Because I mean, what takes us to like we came together and 9/11, Pearl Harbor. It takes these huge tragedies for it, and those times only last like seems like a little bit, right? And I don't know what's that one saying too that seems like they don't fucking man. See, this is where I come to this like very anti fucking just I hate them all again. Fucking just they seem to they don't let a crisis go to waste. Fucking like 9/11, fucking, which I don't know, we can go down that whole fucking thing for quite a bit. And then how it was used to take away our rights and shit like that. But the point is yeah, we got to come together. We got to get through this. And I guess what's weird about it is, okay, so maybe like some of these they're coming through, but now these topics are, it's forcing people to talk about these things, I guess, to a point too. Because it seems like for a while there, like when I'm watching like C-SPAN or whatever, one side will get on there and be talking, and then when the other side comes up to like oppose it, it's like they're not even in the same realities. They're not even talking about the same thing. Like if you used it like a stupid metaphor, it's like someone's talking about what they should order for pizza, then the next team comes up, they're talking about, why the chicken's bad. I don't know. It's fucking, they're not, they don't even seem to be like on the same fucking fields and shit. Nobody's we're just using the pop, but it's like, it seems like to be like reality and stuff too, man. And it's like, you can go out of politics with this too, where I'm just like seeing, uh, this has nothing to do with that song. Well, I guess it does. It's like disconnection with fucking everything, man. I went to like a restaurant the other day. I don't know why this reminds me of it right now. I'm thinking of it. We went to a restaurant and the whole family is on their fucking cell phone. Like what's going on, man? Like we got to be connected with one another and shit. But this is starting to sound a little too hippie-ish and shit.
No,
I
that's
don't
a
know.
that's a good point though. No, that's a good point because it is driving us away from each other. There's people that don't want to communicate with other people unless it's on the computer or on a cell phone. That's a good point. We're somehow, I don't know what it's called, but everything's like digital. You can't even go up to one another you don't know and have a polite conversation with them.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Is so it's like, using like a hypothetical. The family's on their fucking, sitting at the table on their phones and shit. And I know that they're probably talking to each other through social media and they're fighting each other. Maybe brothers fucking fighting on Facebook instead of just like, hey, what is your opinion on that, bro? Like, what, like just having like a real fucking, we're like in this weird fucking, we're not connected. And we gotta, if we want to get to that fucking place with fucking red choo-choo trains and all that bullshit, what are we doing?
Speaking of teacher train.
Is that for Bad Religion? Is that
Yeah,
it?
that's another Bad Religion.
From this song?
Yeah, I got a lot of references.
Yeah, dude. Of course we have to talk about this
I
song.
got a lot of punk references like that. You wouldn't even know were punk references.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's why I got that train.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why. It's weird. Bad Religion's one, they're real old to see now. When I went to Punk and Drublic concert.
Oh, dude, I love seeing them though. I fucking love seeing them.
Yeah.
Like I know they're old and
he had white hair. He's bald. I'm a 21st century boy. Like you're an old man, brother. But they're probably what I like best about Bad Religion. I'm gonna be very honest. I like there's a few of their songs I really like, and there's a couple albums I have that I can go back to back. But I love the bands that they influence because I like those bands almost more. Like I know NoFX probably wouldn't be who they were if it wasn't Bad Religion. That fucking first EP, How Could Hell Be Any Worse, fucking changed the fucking scene. I know for so many fucking other bands that I love to this day. And Brett Guritz from Bad Religion, I think he's still in it. I think he's like in it, but like he doesn't tour or something anymore. I don't fucking know. But him making this is his fucking label, Epitaph Records.
Yeah, you're right. This is his label. Yeah.
Thank God for Bad Religion. And I guess a couple of things I could say about Bad Religion too. So one, thank God for them never selling out because they could have fucking taken some quick, easy money, just live his life in fucking Barbados for ever. And he chose not to. He chose to go through the grit for what he chose to believe in and shit. Which also it's like I feel like, political, whatever, never selling out. If, just you got to be true to yourself. Don't get gaslit into thinking this or whatever. Always just fucking be yourself for everything. If your current team starts opposing whatever, then fucking oppose it, dude. Like, just be yourself. And the other part that was actually annoying about, I don't know why Godsmack, the alternative metal band, had a song called Bad Religion. And I think it was like a mediocre hit of theirs, but was very, very annoying because that band was bigger than Bad Religion at the time. Again, when I'd get on Napster or fucking LimeWire and would type in Bad Religion, how many times and it would be like covered up sometimes. Like it would be like Bad Religion. And I would and like it would say like you or something. And I would download the fucking song, probably getting viruses again. And then the song came in, and then it was like out of the 3 Godsmack songs that are good, that was not one of them. It's get okay. Why would they name their song Bad Religion? What was up with that?
I don't know.
Do you know that song?
I don't think I've ever heard it, to be honest with you.
Godsmack's, it's on that red album with the chick that has
the three lip piercings. Yeah,
yeah, it's good. It's like their best album. It has Voodoo on it, and cause like their main one, and it's like track 5 on that.
I wonder
I own
why.
that Godsmack one,
If you guys know, leave in the comments.
yeah. Why'd they name it that song? Bad religion. It's a bad, that's all he says in the song, I think. It's a bad religion. Ooh, it's a bad religion. Over and over. But I doubt that song probably at least a half dozen times.
I was so pumped that I had to hate metal.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I did for a time, but I remember I got into it was I was in that, like, my middle school years, we were listening to that 90s new metal, and then
Oh yeah.
and then I witnessed kind of the switch, like 90s new metal, and then there was like the Green Day and poppy punk shit that was real fun, and then I got more and more into punk. Actually, it was like through, like, when I searched it, try to find out more about it, it was actually, I found out about the Pistols and the Clash, and then I found out, I'd go and I'd read like what bands, like what they would think and shit, and I got into No Effect. I got into Epic. It was actually the Punk-O-Ramas that got me into like my biggest world of it. But and then metal started getting weak, and everything like in the radio around that time in my life like started getting much weaker. And I say weak just like I was a young fucking teenager with, like, it wasn't fun anymore. I don't know. And the songs were either too long, or I mean, I can just bitch about it, but exactly. There was just something about metal. You know what it was? And is that metal seemed like fake rage to me. Like a punk song would be like flawed, produced poorly. You could tell they was out too, but it'd get up there like Circle Jerks is come, Beverly Hills, you beautiful people, fuck you, like 30-second song. Circle Jerks just fucking talked about fucking all the same people I fucking hate to this day, like Beverly Hills. Now I'm talking about Circle Jerks, but like I remember that anger was way more connected with than fucking, like this fucking like metal 6-minute fucking rage song. Because a lot of times when I get angry for like 30 seconds, jump up and down. Maybe I played a couple fucking times, I burn it out.
Yeah, you get too.
That I connected with that rage because that was more genuine. Even the way they screamed or tantrumized, whatever you want to call it, that was like real to me. I felt it. And especially, and then when you go to a show, punk shows, you can fucking get up and I could jump fucking into the crowd. I'd get pushed. I would, I was right there. The fucking artist would, we talking about that agnostic front, Benny Stigma will fucking get into the fucking crowd.
Yeah, he'll get.
When I went to a System of a Down show, there's this, big barricade, and they're up on the stage, and it's like a us versus them, and I don't fucking, it was just, and so when it was good music. I don't want to diss. I have my love for it and everything now, but it just seemed kind of like a fake rage, I guess.
Yeah, we're up here, you're down there. Yeah, it was more, punk is more intimate, and you can get into the show more. Like and that they actually, that I've had people that, like, I'll get up front and sing, even though I suck at singing, and they'll appreciate me after the show. I'll get to talk to the fucking dude. Like, it was the Deviates. I went to a Deviates show. And I knew all the Deviates songs, so me and a couple other people were like singing all of the songs on the Deviates, and it was like he
was at that show.
He gave me a fucking shirt for free. Like, I had the money, but I didn't have it right away. I had to go to a bank account. Yeah, he was at the show with me, and I had to go to an ATM that they had in the.
It was an adolescent show.
Yeah, it was an adolescent show. Yeah. They had an ATM at the show. And I had to go get the money out of the ATM, but he's all, you can have it, just pay me when you can. And if not, that's fine. And so I gave him, like, I think the shirt was like $20, and I just ended up giving him like $40 because I thought that was cool as fuck. Like, he didn't even care. He would have given it to me for free. So that's what I like about punk. Cause there's no way you're gonna get a free Metallica shirt.
Yeah, no shit, dude. So H2O as well. It's like how I first, like, they really, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this one up, y'all. Do you got anything to say about you? Not you, but you.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay,
I said everything I
all right.
had to.